Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Hilal Live. Thanks for watching us on Channel 347. Now, on Thursday, the 8th of August this year, the wall of one of the dams on Dassenberg breached, affecting two neighboring dams in that area. This also resulted in severe flooding in parts of Riverlands, Chatsworth, and Dassenberg. That's just outside Malmesbury in the Western Cape. As we've seen in recent years, one of the organizations or NPOs that's always ready to assist is Gift of the Givers. Now, on the line to tell us a bit more is Project Manager at Gift of the Givers, Brother Ali Sablay. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Ali. Welcome to Hilal Live.
Walaikum salam. Thank you for having me.
My absolute pleasure. Tell us, with regards to the extent of the damage that was caused in that area.
On Thursday, the 8th of August, around about 10 past 5, we received the first phone call from community residents of Chatsworth, the neighbors to Dassenberg, informing us that the dam wall has burst, resulting in many homes getting flooded. At that stage, we did not know the extent of the damage. Within 3 hours, Gift of the Givers team members was on site. We then saw the severity and the force of the water coming down and the damages it carried through. We then found out it was not one but two dams wall that burst. The main dam wall gave in. They started putting pressure on the second one. The next day, the third wall dam burst as well. What followed was complete tragedy for the residents. This is an area of retirees, small-scale farmers, and community members did not expect this to happen on such a vast and of this magnitude. Within minutes, people's homes were covered in debris. Thank God nobody have lost their lives.
Alhamdulillah.
People have lost all their belongings. The local school flooded. The roads washed away. Electricity poles and water infrastructure completely washed away. So from the 8th of August till currently, there is no clean drinking water in the area. They are dependable on water tankers and there is no electricity. So they are dependable on being provided a daily hot meal.
Wow. Now, I would imagine that with the extent of this damage, Gift to the Givers has managed to be on the ground to try and assist as well. But the ripple effect that this must have caused in that area, I mean, businesses must have been affected. Lives are basically, turned around at the moment, and not just hot meals, but other assistance is needed?
Most definitely. You must remember there was no warning given to these residents. Some of these residents did not have insurance on their homes. And going into the area, what was so bad, they suffered double tragedy. 2 days after the disaster, the same day the disaster occurred, heavy rains fell down.
Right.
Community members had to put in a place of safety. It was extreme cold weather. Our teams immediately provided them humanitarian aid in terms of hot meals, blankets, personal hygiene care packs. This Saturday pause was supposed to be residents go back to their homes. We provided them with a food parcel to carry on for the next few weeks. We provided them with cleaning detergents to clean up their homes. And on Saturday pause, while our teams was ending off the disaster, the distribution, we heard chaos outside. And we saw small children running from up top, running down, shouting, "The water's coming, the water's coming."
No.
And everyone's fears came true. The fourth dam, which the municipality and the National Department of Waterworks was working on, gave in. And this resulted in people reliving their trauma. So just as they were about to go back into their homes for mop-up operations and starting their lives over again, they are back to square one. They are currently in community halls. Just this morning, we paid a visit to the site, visiting one creche that has a massive hole in the ceiling. The side wall is completely gone. Speaking to the principal, she informed us she does not know when creche will be opening. There's 54 children coming to that ECD. They are currently back at home in the community. There's some extensive damage to the school as well. But the main concern now is the excessive damage to infrastructure. This morning I was told there will be no clean drinking water until October. Gift of the Givers had to deploy 2 water tankers from the Eastern Cape who are working around the clock, assisting this community with clean drinking water. Unfortunately, these people will not be able to go back into their homes until the area is declared safe. Some of the areas some of these people are scared to go back home because you could see the damage into the foundation and the ground sogging in. Gifts to the Givers are still on the ground from the 8th of August, seeing to the humanitarian needs of the affected families.
Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah to you and your team for all the efforts that you've done so far, and I'm sure a lot more is needed, and we're going to give out some details a bit later of how our audience could maybe assist where possible as well. But Ali, you know, this has been one of the most devastating winters we've had in the Western Cape, in some parts of the other, of South Africa as well. What are some of the other projects that you've undertaken during the last month or two?
As you correctly said, it was one of the worst flooding in the Western Cape's history. Our teams were on the ground from the 5th of July, 2 days before the inclement warning for the severe weather for the Western Cape. On the 5th of July, there was excessive storms that took out close to 800 informal structures, leaving 4,000 people displaced in the open. When the rains hit the 7th of July, and when our teams were on the ground, at the end of day one, our numbers were 15,000 people affected. And as the rain started coming down, calls from different informal settlements and areas on the Cape Flats started calling us, informing us of the severity of their homes being flooded, homes being washed away, their belongings completely destroyed. And we then saw this is going to be a huge, intervention. Close to 200,000 people affected. Not one informal settlement or in the area in the Cape Flats spared. Gift to the Givers, there was our suppliers in the Western Cape could not meet our demand. We had to pull in extra resources from our warehouses in KZN and Johannesburg, and it was a battle getting to some of these areas, of roads being inaccessible. When the Cape Metropole was taken care of, the areas from outside the Cape Metropole, areas like the Breede Valley, Drakensberg, Saldanha Bay, the West Coast, Citrusdal, all started reaching out to us. We then found out that there is many other areas, small towns, that is completely cut off without water and electricity because of the flood damage. So it's been a long operation. And just when we thought we were the end of the disaster, the days, the dam will burst happened on the 8th of August.
Wow. Yeah, it's been one that we could write off to the record books in terms of the assistance that's needed as well. Just to give our audience and our viewers a better understanding with regards to some of the assistance that Gift to the Givers has managed to provide. What are some of the immediate needs that you've managed to see to?
When we come to a flood-stricken area or even a fire area, floods is a bit different. You must remember, communities cannot cook in the structures. The main concern is to get them to a place of safety, not losing any of their lives. And the main concern is then they are hungry, they are cold, they don't have all their belongings are washed away. So we provide them a hot meal for a few days, normally a week. We provide them mattresses when they are being placed in the shelter. We provide all the families with blankets. In this case, we provided them warm clothing as well. We personal hygiene care packs, detergents. Some areas, some of the elderly people's wheelchairs were washed away. We provided them with new wheelchairs as well. And we've tried, and those areas that were far away, that was cut off, we managed with the assistance with the South African Police Force diving unit, with the local disaster risk management teams, we managed to send across some food parcels, so at least there is non-perishable food items that they can provide for their families until roads become accessible again.
Right. We know that the genocide in Gaza is still continuing. We know that there's a lot of humanitarian need that is still needed. Are your teams still on the ground in Gaza?
Gift to the Givers has been in Gaza for the last 14 years. We have permanent staff, we have permanent officers there as well. We have the relevant infrastructure. Unfortunately, as the war continued, most of our buildings was bombed. Our child and youth care center, our orphanage, our water and sanitation, our sanitation plant, desalination plant, our warehouses were completely bombed. But our teams, we have set up then a warehouse in Egypt, where we are sending trucks to provide humanitarian aid to the people of Gaza. We are providing medical and medication to the hospitals. We are assisting those that are in tents. We are assisting the students that are in the Egyptian border. We are assisting people from Gaza that are currently in Egypt that are requiring humanitarian aid. We are providing them with that as well. So our operation continues in Gaza in full force. It's very, very challenging for our teams, but alhamdulillah, with great difficulty and with great challenges, they are managing to reach not at the scale that we wanted to, but it's an unfortunate situation, with the restrictions they're currently facing. We are trying the utmost to reach those that are in dire need, but our operations continue fully.
Alhamdulillah. Our audience that's watching is always one that would like to assist, get involved. What are the best methods for them to do so?
You're most welcome to contact our toll-free number, 0800 786 911. I'll repeat, 0800 786 911. Our officers will provide you with whichever inquiries of any projects we're involved in, or our social media pages. All the updates are on there.
Okay, fantastic. Ali, Jazakallah so much for taking the time to talk to us. I know that you're a very busy man and your teams as well. May all your future projects grow from strength to strength, inshallah.
Yeah.
Jazakallah. All the best. Assalamu alaikum. Project manager, Brother Ali Sablay, joining us on the line from Gift to the Givers. We chatted about the severe damage that's happened in Malmesbury with one of the dams or a few of the dams being breached. And if you can assist, please get hold of Gift to the Givers and show your support. And if you can assist in any way, we'd really appreciate it. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we continue with Hilal Live.